The first question, Assalamu alaikum, sir. Walaikum assalam. My name is Pamela Sinha from Kolkata, India. I am working in a private sector as HR. I am a Hindu having a relationship with a Muslim man. We want to marry and our parents have agreed. I have full faith on Allah and I'm going to revert before my marriage and we will do nikah then inshallah. But before that, my parents want sindur done from our end. Is it possible for particular that day he can put sindur on my head? Kindly respond to my message. I'll be grateful to you. Thank you. Sister Pamela asked a question that she's inshallah going to marry a Muslim man and she'll revert and she has full faith in Allah and she'll be accepting Islam. But before that, since she's a Hindu, her parents would want that the husband should put sindur at least once. So is it permitted in Islam? First, let me explain what is sindur and its background, then I'll give a reply to your answer. Sindur is also called as kumkum. In English, it's called as vermilion. It's a cosmetic powder which contains cinnabar, which is mercury sulfide. It contains turmeric and lime. It mainly is of red color, but can also be of red-orange color. And sindur is one of the important customs and rituals in the Hindu marriage. There are many customs in Hindu marriage. One of the most important is sindur. And this sindur is put in the parting of the hair of the would-be wife. It's also called as mang. And it starts from the starting of the hair till the middle of the head. Sometimes it extends further. Some people only put in the starting of the partition of the hair. And this goes back to the tradition. It's also written in the mythology of the Hindu scriptures, where you find that Sita was the wife of Ram. She had put the sindur. And it can also be traced back to the Mohenjo-daro Harappan civilization, that is 5,000 years back. And this sindur is mentioned even in the Puranas. So basically, it's a Hindu ritual, which is one of the important rituals of marriage. There are various other things. For example, there is a bindi, which is a dot on the forehead. There is a Mangalsutra, which is a bead of black and gold color. It's a necklace worn. All these are signs of a married woman. And sindur, as I mentioned earlier, in the Hindu customs at marriage, the husband puts the sindur the first time into the mang, into the partition of the wife, from the starting till the midpoint, or may extend or maybe less. It's red in color. And later on, she's supposed to put every day in her mang, in a partition, every day as a sign of a married woman. And that goes even with bindi, with a dot on the head, which is normally red color, but now we have multiple colors, or the Mangalsutra, a red, a black and golden bead that is worn as a necklace. And I remember that once I have asked a Hindu that why do the Hindu women wear sindur or Mangalsutra or bindi. He told me that the Hindu women who's married are told to wear this so that the people will come to know she's married and no one will tease her. This was his answer. This is not the answer given in the scripture. So I told him that because the Hindus want to know that the girl is married or the woman is married, no one will tease her. That's the reason they wear Mangalsutra or bindi or kumkum or sindur. In Islam, irrespective whether she is a married woman or unmarried, you cannot tease any girl. You cannot even look or stare at a namaram girl or a woman. It doesn't make a difference whether she is married or not. This is as far as my reply to it is concerned. Now coming to the question of this lady, that can the Muslim man who she is going to marry and she's going to accept the deen, and I'm very happy about that. She believes that Allah is Almighty and she agrees with the faith of Islam. But can she fulfill the wish of her mother, of her parents, that can the Muslim man put sindur once? The reply to this is, in Islam, you cannot follow any ritual of any other religion. It's prohibited if it's not mentioned in the Quran. There's a difference between a custom and a religious ritual. As far as customs are concerned, the traditions are concerned of a particular area, of a particular country, of a particular race, following customs, if it goes against the principle of Islam, it is prohibited. But if it's not against the principles of Quran and the Sahih Hadith, you are permitted, it becomes mubah. But as far as the principles of Islam are concerned, you cannot do any religious ritual of any other religion. And this wearing or putting the sindur by a man in the mang or in the partition of the hair of the wife is a Hindu ritual. And it believes that this will support and give protection. So this is the belief that this sindur will protect the wife. And that's the reason when the wife becomes, or when the woman becomes a widow, when the husband dies, the traditions or the rituals say that that should be removed. So maybe the mother-in-law or the sister-in-law will come and wipe off the sindur or the bindi, or the bangles will be broken, or the mangalsutra will be removed, and then she has to wear a white sari. And these are the rituals. So in Islam, we don't believe that a sindur can protect a woman. This is completely against the teaching of Islam. So based on this ritual, that a false belief that a sindur will protect the woman, Islam prohibits that. Secondly, as far as the dress code of a Muslim is concerned, one of the criteria among the 6 criteria for a dress code is that it should not resemble that of any other religion. It should not be an identity of any other religion. Like a Muslim cannot wear a cross, it's an identity of a Christian, or a Muslim woman cannot wear sindur or a tika or a mangalsutra. These are identities of the Hinduism. So based on this principle, it is prohibited for a man to put sindur, for a Muslim man to put sindur in the mang or the partition of his wife. It is prohibited. So I would suggest that you have to convince your parents that this is not a correct ritual. And today, in the 21st century, these things are followed less and less. Many centuries ago, yes, it used to be followed. In this today's century, majority of the women don't put sindur. Out of these 3 signs, a small percentage wear all 3. Some may wear only mangalsutra, some may put bindi, some may put only sindur. But the percentage of Hindu married women putting sindur today in the 21st century is a very small percentage. And in fact, there are movements in the Hindu women that this sindur actually subjugates us to the husband. That's the reason we will not wear it. These are the trends today. But irrespective of what the trend is today or what the Hindus believe, this is again the teaching of Islam. So I would request you to convince your parents that now, since you agree with the teachings of Islam, you believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who is the Almighty, I would request you to convince your parents that this is against the teaching of Islam, and we don't believe that a small amount of powder every day put in your hair can protect you from evil or can safeguard you. This is some sort of a shirk also. What we Muslims believe is we believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is the one to protect. You cannot believe that this red powder put in your hair as kumkum or sindur can protect you. The one who protects is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So inshallah you'll be able to convince your parents, and I repeat Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that may He guide you and your would-be husband to the straight path, and inshallah to follow more of the teachings of Quran and the Hadith.